Hi, my loves. All right, my babies, I am going to do a tutorial of that sleepy spell I was talking about a few weeks ago. This spell with Miss Mother Hecate. I even brought her statue out in, in honor of her and to give my respects to her, okay? This spell does wonders for your sleep positively and reduces your anxiety. For those of you that don't know me, hi, but unfortunately for myself, I do, diagnosis and all, suffer with extreme anxiety really bad. Unfortunately, this is something I struggle with on a daily. Like, I guess for me, things normal people don't stress out over, I definitely do. So that's when she taught me this spell, and man, when I tell you, this cutesy little spell will have me feeling like I chugged a NyQuil bottle. Forewarn you, this will make you sleepy. So this is not a spell to give yourself more motivation or more. If this is something you need sleep, you need to calm your nerves down. You want your anxiety to lower down and breathe. And this spell ultimately is going to teach you how to get grounded. So get yourself a little snacky snack, get comfy, and come back, and this is all good energy over here. Because who doesn't want their anxiety to simmer down? I know the kids are acting up, your baby daddy is still evil, the bills are still high, we have Tropicana in office, there's horrible ice is happening, we are going through a breakup, you had a falling out with your best friend. Life sucks right now. I get it. And ultimately, what this nice spell is going to do again is going to teach you to get grounded and to remind you everything's going to be okay. Let's get started. I'm just going to move her over to the side. And the reason I am doing this with Hecate, or I've, done this ritual with her, is Hecate for me in my personal journey has taught me how to ground myself, especially with someone like myself who struggles really badly with anxiety. Telling me to calm down is not a thing. It's a struggle. And for those that relate, I get that. So that is another reason for one, Hecate's been a huge importance in my life. Step one, get yourself a fire safe dish right here. I'm choosing this one. This is Hecate's little, look how beautiful. It was handmade. The pentacles everywhere. It's such her vibe. But anyways, you're going to need a bowl. You're going to need one white candle. A small one like this will do just fine. And I'm just going to use a little candle holder, and we're going to place it in the middle like this. Now, we're going to set this to the side for a minute. You will need to do some sigils, okay? Now this one is stainless steel, so I just take a dry erase marker and write it on the bottom. You could do a piece of paper and, put the candle on top. That's fine. That's the only thing about this tutorial. I'm not going to show you the sigil I'm using, but the reason I'm bringing this book up is this one is amazing to learn how to create your own sigils, or if you have a specific sigil you prefer to use, you're more than welcome to use that as well. You could find this one on Amazon right here. It's Sigil Witchery by Tempest Zakroff. I will list it in the caption below too. Also as well, like I said, this one is easy to read and easy to go. I skimmed through this within a day. It's actually, and to me, sigil workings is really fun, and it really kind of branches out your creativity a little bit. And that's another thing Hecate has taught me, along with a lot of other witches, is, I know we come on here, give tutorials on spells and whatever, but Hecate is the mother of all witches. She's literally going to be your teacher. She's going to teach you in your own way to create rituals out of your own. That's where your rituals are the most powerful. So that's why I'm challenging you, my darlings. Whatever sigil you prefer to use or learn to create, do so. Setting that to the side again, we got 4 ingredients right here. I got rose petals. I got rosemary. You're going to need lavender, and you're going to need black salt. Of course, it's about intention, but of course, if you would like to substitute ingredients, use your own research, but these are the simple 4 you are going to be using. Perks about this spell, it is very much beginner friendly, okay? Now, let's talk about black salt real quick. I want to, because black salt is one of my favorite ingredients in spell work. It is literally protection with a little bit of extra warding. The reason I use this for, an anxiety spell in a lot of senses, because I'm going to use this as a return to sender. Take my anxiety and fling it wherever it's supposed to go, which is the nothing. It shouldn't be there. Black salt is protection with a little bit of extra defense. That's the way I look at it. And especially if you were someone like me that struggles really bad with, anxiety, if you struggle with depression, or if you just got a lot of shit going on, that's going to help you. Cleanse, 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 cleanse. I have an incense going, but I love a good little bell. Okay, cleanse all of your stuff, your ingredients, we know the drill. Protect yourself, protection, protection, protection. Okay. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to actually start with the black salt. The entire time you are going to be using your left hand. Left hand is to receive. Your right hand is to give out. You want to receive calmness, protection, right? So what you're going to do is you could use whatever amount you want. Put a little bit of, I'm going to use the black salt. And what I do, and however technique you want to do, that's up to you. I always speak to my ingredient. The whole point of this technique is, even though it's beginner friendly, what Hecate and like many of others have taught us is you need to learn to be in control of your ritual, of your spell. And let's be real, anxiety teaches us that we have no control. What she is flipping the script on us, that we have every control. We have every power to calm ourselves down. We can't, like I said, control our evil baby daddy, our kids acting up, or our boss being a jerk to us. But what we can control is our own emotions. And that's why this spell seems so simple, but it's complex, because you want to understand these herbs and sigil magic like I talked. So what I'm going to do, whatever you want to talk, tell the ingredient what you want it to do. Okay? Black salt, you're going to ward it off. Return to sender. This anxiety is not mine. This stress is not mine. I got other things to focus on. The last thing I should focus on is worry and stress. Goodbye. Take it elsewhere. Then you got lavender. Lavender is, you're going to need lots of this. Okay? This is specific for anxiety, sleep, calm, renewal. I'm going to use the rest of this because we need a lot. Listen, we got a lot. It sucks. I need to get more lavender anyway. Speak again. I'm not fully doing it. Like I said, we're doing it for tutorial purposes. And you're going to, there we go. Okay. And then we're going to use rosemary, a good old classic. I'm going to use this to purify my energy. Relax the setting. I kind of treat this and this spell like it's like I imagine a shield around me. No outside force is going to protect me or, going to disturb the conversation me and her I'm going to have, right? Remember, people. And then the last one, rose petals, because times are tough. You need yourself a little bit of self-love. Don't, it's kind of that reminder. Use in my opinion, if you want my opinion on what your intention should be, obviously self-love. Love yourself most importantly and first off. But it's also more to remind yourself that everything is going to be okay. You're loved. You're protected at all costs. It's also kind of use this ingredient too as a reminder for yourself. Reminder to drink more water, to eat healthy, to, keep up with my skincare, to keep up with my, health routine. Even though things, have gone chaotically, learn to have a healthy routine for yourself. That is a perfect form of self-love. And there we go. And then you're going to light this bad boy. Now, during this ritual, you're going to talk to Hecate. Whatever it is that you're struggling with, whatever it is that's on your mind, get it out of your system. I should have notified this at the beginning before I started here. Okay? Please make sure you do this spell again personally at night, because again, you're going to feel sleepy probably when this is done. And also to please make sure you're in a very safe environment, you're comfortable, and it's an area that's going to make you calm, whether it's your bedroom, in a park somewhere. Okay. Another big thing too is I have been asked this for the spell before. I personally would not dress the candle because this is a calm. This is going to burn down slowly and it's going to relax us. And the more you talk to her and talk to yourself about what's going on and understanding you have no control, it's going to do wonders. But Yeah, it should look like this, a bowl of goodies. Bless.